Okay, yes. Okay, so I started doing videos as of earlier this week. I'm sorry that I haven't been doing videos for a longer period of time. Like I should have been doing the videos before. I wanted to do it before, but it was a situation wherein I was not in a zone or it is that I was actually prepared to do that. But yeah, I'm happy now that I'm able to do these kinds of videos so that I can be able to talk directly to people who want to know or, who like to listen. Um, but yeah, my name first and foremost is Cellicia. I am someone that has been working behind the scenes in a lot of areas, trying to lead leaders out of a crisis for many years, um, because of the fact that, well, I mean, first and foremost, the situation was that this crisis began when it is that I was mentally unwell. I had a mental breakdown, and there are several things that have been happening and so on, which, I mean, I've generally been working behind the scenes, trying to direct and lead us out of a crisis. So yeah, despite the fact that that has been my function mostly, there have been situations wherein people have been having, like, suspicions and various different things for years. um but let me say this with regards to who I am, because like many people have actually asked certain questions and I've wondered. So let me tell you, I am someone who generally, first and foremost, loves God, and generally does, I mean, I love God first and foremost, and I generally do things based on principles. The decisions I make are normally based on principles that I believe in. Now, except for the affair that I had several years ago, that happened during a period where it is that I was vulnerable. I had a mental breakdown. I was in a vulnerable period of my life. There were several things happening, and I ended up in an affair which did not last long, because it's not something that I have ever thought would have been the case for me, because I'm somebody who was well, years ago, I mean, years ago, I was someone who was just very idealistic, and it's not a situation wherein I'm not idealistic now. It's just more a situation wherein I'm Christ focused now. So it's a situation wherein, while it is that an idealist normally focuses on the ideals and so on, I understand that my standards cannot be attained without a relationship with God. So it's a situation wherein God fuels my love for Him, fuels me attaining certain standards, not me trying to do those standards by myself anymore. So yeah, I've had a much more fulfilling, experience in terms of life, as it relates to my relationship with God over the years, trying to maintain certain standards, focus on certain things, do, things in a particular way that would be pleasing to Him and reflect Him. Those general things are, things that are fueled by His love for me and my love for Him. Now, as it relates to some of the things that have been happening in our communities, there are many things that I've constantly tried to work towards. My focus many times and encouragement has been for there to be, closure. Over a period of time, there have been many opportunities for closure, and there's not really been a certain level of closure. But Thanks be to God, there's more of that happening now. There, some people are more embracing closure. They're practically closer to, you know, um, to arriving at a certain level of closure. But I want to see closure done in the right way. There's some people who many times speak about certain things and they try to make it seem like they focus on closure from a certain kind of premise, but in truth and in fact, there's some people who function in a very deceptive way. It's and I don't want to even focus on that. That's not even an important thing. What is important at the end of the day is I want to see a level of closure.